Well, hey everybody, this is Don with the vlog of many things with the normal co-hosts, co-heasts,
Cohesion?
Co-heisters.
co-heisters, and with us tonight is Chris Lundgren.
Thank you for having me.
Chris, it's unusual. Usually on the other side. You're on the dark side of the force.
Well, I can turn sideways, and then I just feel like I'm, and it's do
Very
that.
true. Mark the Shark, 1968. Yes, it is 7 o'clock right now. Where you're at. Here it's 8 o'clock. I guess Christopher, it's like what, 5?
502, and gas prices have just dropped down to $4.73 a gallon as of yesterday.
And
Wow, lucky you.
what part of Southern California are you in?
I live in I won't give my exact city for obvious reasons, but I live in Orange County, California, which is where Disneyland is located, and I'm about 15 minutes from the beach.
Fogo,
yeah.
how you doing?
Long Beach was fun too.
Well, tonight again, we have Chris on tonight. We're going to be talking about Mini Wars 2026. We're going to be talking about probably Disney. We're going to be talking about all kinds of cool stuff. So, Chris, thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Thanks. Appreciate having me on with all you esteemed gentlemen.
Esteemed.
Well, that's really taking it too far.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Hey, it's just proof that some of the OSR and USR people actually do exist here in California. We do
Very
exist.
true. Nice some housekeeping
I
to
was
do.
gaming before I came out here to Oklahoma, so yeah.
Well, we have Foogly in the house. Foogly, did you ever get your package? I want to know. Because I sent you extra
That's about it.
goodie stuff.
Well, it's
So-
going down.
So, what's that?
I said you said 350-ish in Oklahoma. That's about right, but it's going down. I saw some like 313s and things.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
around 390.
Speaking of movies and stuff, Glenn, did you notice the hat I'm wearing?
Yes, I did. Yes,
What's
I
the
did.
hat?
Absolutely.
So that
What's the
just
hat?
shows I'm a movie fan.
What is it?
It's a Universal.
Oh,
Universal hat.
Yeah, and you
So-
know why I wear this?
so real
That's a
quick
game
before we
board.
get down to the core rumor mongering and everything that we do on this show, Eric, anything happen? Never mind, Foogly. I got you mixed up with Mr. Gunn. Never mind. I'm sorry. Nice
What? You can't mix them up.
Yeah, Mr. Gunn. So Eric, anything happening in the gaming sphere, gaming world, anything like that? of
No, I
interest?
mean, listen, I've heard there's rumors that there's a restructuring / downsizing going on at WotC, but details have not really trickled out yet. So, wait, I guess.
Rumors and WotC kind of go hand in hand with like rumors in Washington D.C.
Yeah, well, what I had heard is that WotC has been thinking about doing some restructuring, but they didn't want to do it until other companies started doing their restructuring, so they wouldn't be the ones that would flag. They didn't want to. They didn't want to be newsworthy. But my understanding is that Microsoft is downsizing.
That I can confirm they are, yes.
So I think that WotC will. WotC's a lot smaller, folks. Don't get all. But it's Christmas in July.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Lay 'em off.
unfortunately.
They were infamous for their Christmas downsizing, so this might be another version of that. We shall see.
Gotcha. Steve, anything happening in your corner of the world?
I sent you a link to this, but they had some of the 3 of the major egg producers got caught fixing prices. They were artificially jacking prices sky high
Really?
when the market was actually not that short. Matter of fact, they had a surplus, but they were making it seem like, oh no, we're running out of eggs. Everybody jack up the prices.
And you've heard it first on the vlog of many things. Producers.
Eggs again.
Yeah, they got egg all over their face on that one.
Gotcha. Glenn, anything happening in your corner of the world?
Well, see, I don't really know. It's like, whoops.
Well,
Sorry.
Buy Glenn's book.
Buy Glenn's book. Contribute to my GoFundMe, please. And other than that, it's been I've been getting ready for because I've got an author signing coming up in the middle of this month.
Yep.
I've been like trying to make a banner
At
and-
Barnes and Noble at that.
at Barnes and Noble. Yes, anybody in the Oklahoma City area, I'll be the one on the one.
You see, Wizard Tower Publishing does produce.
Yeah, until I see the box of the book, I'll okay.
Oh, you want to play that game? Okay.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
Oh, the devilish looking you got.
Yeah, I'll send you a box of Gangbusters books. How's that? Um,
Yeah, you'll send me Mark's Gangbusters books.
that's right, all of his stuff. The new, just for general news, and we'll get to Mr. Lundgren, is the new Wizard Tower publishing website's going live tonight. I sent Glenn kind of a short little sample of it.
I love it.
Thank you. It is very, very different than Wizard Tower Games, of course, because it focuses on a lot of publishing, game publishing, but also a lot more features and a lot more cool stuff.
Well, isn't
involved.
that your regular name now? The publisher?
Yes, it's Wizard Tower Publishing. That's our formal name now.
Okay.
So, Chris, how you doing?
I'm all right. Thanks for having me on.
So, Chris, tell us what is new in the West Side. Yeah, West Coast. Excuse me, West Coast, not East Coast. You're from California.
Yeah, I'm in California. Like I said, the OSR is growing, and my focus of my YouTube channel is called Things and Stuff because I'd like to do things and stuff. So it's not
The
just
link is-
exclusive.
the
I
link is
didn't
down
want to
below.
be. I didn't want to be pigeonholed into just only tabletop games because there's more
Right.
to us as people in the hobby besides just sitting at the table. So I'm a member of the Historical Miniatures Gaming Society Pacific Southwest. As Glenn and I have started to exchange, I'm a big movie buff, and I like going to fun things. And then I also do a lot of tabletop gaming, and role playing is one of my facets. But one of the things that my channel is real goal when it comes to the gaming side is trying to bring the younger generation and the older generations together. And I have been very fortunate that my playing group, which most of the first group was from Disney after post-COVID, they hooked and yanked me neck and found out I was a DM at the time. Now I just call myself a GM because I just run
Gotcha.
anything I want to.
Yeah, real quick,
And-
Mr. Passenger Cat, if you got a question about an order that you have, you are free to email at info@wizardtowergames.com, and I am happy to answer your email. There, simple as that. How did I know there was going to be people creeping in the chat tonight on that? Just had this really weird feeling. Imagine that. So,
I see the question in there: which World War II historical war game is the best? That one is a tough one because for me, there's two. Are you talking a board game or are you talking a miniature game? Because
okay, we'll do both. What is your miniature war game favorite?
my miniature war game favorite, there's too many, but if I had to pick one, would be Wings of Glory.
Oh, I think Blitzkrieg.
I did for Ares Game. I did a play test for 2 years for Ares Games as a volunteer.
Gotcha.
And we did King Kong versus World War I biplanes, and I actually
All right.
got it all
We're
set up.
involving everybody in this. Eric,
Yes.
what do you think? Best tabletop war game for World War II? Which one? I think Blitzkrieg.
I did. I remember playing Games Workshop's Double Blind Tobruk, and I enjoyed that back in the day.
Glenn?
I've never played war games. I'm not a war game buff.
Oh,
It's okay.
But
forgive
you
you
know,
this
fighting King Kong kind of appeals to me, though.
I'll have to send Dawn some pictures because it's at our convention that I get hooked into doing it. But I do, as far as the question was actually World War II. World War II would be
and we're going to get into this discussion here. Might as well get
probably
into it
War
right
at
now. in a
Sea.
moment.
I like War at Sea a lot, and that's because it was easy and quick to play. But I've done a bunch of different ones over the years. I've played Napoleonics. I've done very different things. But probably American Civil War is another area that I really want to get into because I was a Civil War reenactor for about 8 years.
Now, Steve, have you ever played tabletop wargaming, anything like that?
No, I never did that.
Okay. Now, as far as board game goes, I'm going to start off and I just got to say Access and Allies. Access and Allies.
I have it.
Cthulhu.
I can't
What do you
get
guys
anybody to
think?
play it.
Chris, what do you think? Best
Axis and Allies is it's a great game, but I would actually throw one that's even older than that. I played as a
Ooh.
camp. Remember Milton Bradley's Samurai when it was actually called
that's
Samurai.
old.
I still have mine.
I'm surprised someone Eric, Risk? Anyone? Risk?
Well,
Risk?
Yeah, it's
Risk
Stratego.
is a bit abstract for a war game. It was fun. but I wouldn't.
What do you think, Eric? What's
Yeah,
your favorite?
I was never big on them, so because my friends were never. I wanted to get into it. I had no friends in my gaming group that wanted to play any of them. So
Well, if you want to get into, if you're one of the best way you can get into historical gaming, really is through any chapter of the Historical Miniatures Gaming Society. It has chapters in every part of the nation, and it's a nonprofit, and they teach history while playing history. And it's one of the things that I'm trying to do at Mini Wars. I just talked to Harmon Ward, a president of our division here on the West Coast, to do chainmail. And the tagline will be play the game that helped create Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, real quick, we pulled up a poster you sent me for Mini Wars 2026. Chris, this is your local convention. Tell us about it. What is Mini Wars? The last thing, let me ask this question. The video is yours. What is Mini Wars? But more importantly, what makes Mini Wars so good?
It's small enough. It's new enough where you can pretty much do whatever you want to do. It's held at the Cal State Fullerton, which is one of our largest colleges here in Orange County, California. It's at the Titan Center. It has capacity for a fairly large group, but I wouldn't say any more than probably right now, realistically, I would say between 300 and 500 people. We're getting only about 250, but it's getting the word out. So it's a friendly con, and it's not just historical miniatures. We call anything that is not historical con, it's just history that hasn't happened yet. So role playing games, it's whatever. If you look in the flyer itself, it actually says, card games, sci-fi, RPGs, horror, DBA, Flames. So we're open to whatever you want. And you can't beat the price. If you saw the price for 2 whole days, you're only paying $40.
Yeah. I saw you got bolt action going on there.
Yeah.
That's a commitment. That's a real commitment of a game because that takes a lot of table space.
Yes, and we're actually Harmon Ward, our president, and everything, wanted me to mention is we are looking for volunteers and people that want to, and they can go to the website and they can volunteer. I don't want to sound like an advertisement, but it's just really a nice fun con. And
by all means,
I did OSR.
Push it. Advertise it.
We did OSR last year, and I just did it for fun. I was not expecting to get a trophy for it.
I'll tell you something. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm just going to say this. You are not in any way worried about being walking advertisement. More the better, because you know what? It is events like this that really, really make our community what it is. Roger Rebus just not even a month ago just got done with CNYK. We've got EdCon coming up. All these smaller conventions. Man, that's just what makes this whole community what it is, I think.
Our biggest convention out here in California, the big one is Strategic. That one started off as a small con decades ago. It originally started in Orange County. In fact, a lot of people don't know that the term for one of the cons, OrcCon, didn't stand for Orc. It stood for Orange County Convention. And then when they went to LA,
no, hold on.
Yes. And it started at the same place where we're now doing Mini Wars. So it's come full circle in reverse.
No, so real quick, hold on. Mini Wars, and I'm probably going to interrupt you quite a bit tonight because of this, is I really want to punch a couple things when you say things. Mini Wars is not only in California. Isn't that like in Texas and in Maryland? Isn't there a bunch of Mini Wars? Or those?
No, not this one. No, this is just our name for our con. So there may be somebody that's using the same term, but that I'm not aware of. But Mini Wars has been through the HMGS. I should say that in English and slow down. Stands for Historical Miniatures Gaming Society Pacific Southwest. So on the East Coast, there's the HMGS East, HMGS Midwest. So there's no excuse if people want to find out. And then the biggest convention for historical and RPGs, and they do OSR, is Historicon.
Historicon. That's in Texas?
I wish. I mean, I could Google it. I have never been. A bunch of my buddies, they make a lot more money than I do, and they don't work for Disney, so they can get time off.
Now, question for everybody. Fugly mentions OzarkCon. Anyone been to OzarkCon? Anybody know about it? What is it?
It's the first time
I have never heard of it, but
Never heard of it.
Chat mention it. Go ahead.
Yeah, Fugly, if you can give more information about OzarkCon, where is it at and what is it? I'd love to hear about it. The thing with me is I really would love to create a website that is really a centralized database of gaming conventions, but like a real, not just a list with dates. I'm talking about when you click on it, it goes to a page and it has information about it and the link to it and how many people are expected at it. Do they do vendors? Generalized information. Oh shit, Steve, I got an idea. We got to do a website. Come on, Steve.
The smaller cons, there's where the community is really at, in my opinion. I've been to when I go to Strategic Con, it's out. I mean, the problem with California, we have so many people, but the Strategic Con, it's not like going to the big cons like Gen Con or that, but they max out about 3,000 people on a good weekend. But the problem is it's at the LA Hilton right on Century Boulevard by the airport. There's no food. You're trapped. There's no in and out privileges unless you're staying at the hotel. I'm not trying to flame them, but a little intimate con. I mean, I meet people year after year and I recognize who they are. And some of these people become your friends, and
But the thing is I think with a lot of that stuff, and the weird thing about California is the more west you get, the less conventions you see.
I think it's
smaller ones.
I think it has to do with California is that we are too blessed with too many things to do. We have good weather. We have the beach. We have Disneyland. We have Knott's Berry Farm. We have the Queen Mary. We have Magic Mountain. We have Studios. We have the beach. Within 30 minutes, you can be at the beach, or you can be in another 45 minutes. You can be in the mountains.
Women in thong bikinis and postage stamp tops.
Yeah, but you got to be careful if you get caught looking. Us old grognards, man, they're strict around here. It's not like my family's originally from Illinois. I'm a Chicago Cubs fan.
And the problem with something like that is when they say "daddy," that man's looking at me. Daddy could mean a boyfriend. Your daddy means something different in Michigan than it does in California.
Really? I'm from California. I was born in California, but my parents are from Skokie.
Really? Yeah, because
my parents, my mom and dad. My dad passed away from COVID in 2022. Mm-hmm. He was, God rest his soul. He lived in Naperville, Illinois. So just outside of Chicago. But he was a White Sox fan, so I don't understand that because my uncle was smart. He made me a Cubs fan, and I've been a Cubs fan since I was a kid.
Well, my dad liked to cuss out the Dodgers, so.
I can't stand the Dodgers, and I live
But
here.
he'll watch the game. That's what got me. He was a big Lakers fan, man.
I'm a Clippers fan, so I'm an underdog. Growing up as a kid in baseball was Cubs, California Angels, and LA Clippers. Clippers.
He retired as a machinist from McDonnell Douglas.
Nice.
I lived down the street from where McDonnell Douglas regional plant was, where they actually did the Apollo assembly.
Yeah, you got the space stuff. He was all about the airlines.
Well, the thing about running about a convention website is can you imagine the amount of work that is? Oh my God, the amount of just upkeep of trying to keep straight dates, because dates change in this convention and getting a convention to answer you. It's a great idea, but I just don't I wonder if David worked for a web crawler.
The only problem we have right now is we have 100 days till our convention and we need more volunteers. So if there's anybody that is in the Orange County, California area, or LA area, look at that flyer again. There's a contact there. We're looking for GMs and we need volunteers, please. Especially
Now, real quick, I'm gonna tear into this flyer a little bit. You mentioned a few things here. I want to get some details on this. I'm gonna kind of go out of order here. You go. There are tournaments. What kind of tournaments are happening there?
We're right now. We're trying to have DBA, bolt action.
Okay, real quick, Chris. Without interrupting, trying to be rude here. But when you say DBA, what do you mean for the non?
DBA is it's I can't even pronounce it. It's Debelius. It's like Latin, but basically it's a skirmish.
Okay, okay, gotcha.
It's very small, one player versus one player, maybe like 10 pieces per side.
Gotcha, okay.
So you're doing a skirmish. You can do everything from the great, you know. You can do like a Roman skirmish. You could do
gotcha.
Greek. So it's popular, but it's I can't pronounce the name.
And
so everybody calls it DBA because it's just too complex a word to say.
And then we got Bolt Action, World War II, of course, War Game. You said there's a flea market happening there. What goes on at the flea market?
So what we do is we get like the local game stores or people that are just trying to sell their own games or their books or whatever, and for a reasonable, fee, because, we have to pay the roof of the building, we're renting it, and they can sell. And then we have a painting contest where we have the kids sit down with experienced painters or whatever, and they usually, get a miniature and paint it, and then they get to show it off. Gotcha. So like I said, because the HMGS is a 501c, so it is still considered an educational group, but it's learning history while playing history. So, but role playing is, last year I got people kept talking like, hey, let's have some role playing. And I wanted anything other than 5.5. I was like, 5.5 always, I'm not slamming 5.5. I'm just saying I want some. So I ran Apes Victorious, and I did the whole Planet of the Apes thing with Goblin, and it was a hit. And
gotcha.
So that leads to my question. What is your regular go-to role-playing game? Say you run.
I literally just finished this baby from Bloat Games.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me.
And, of course, now I have the updated version, which is that. But what the coolest thing about Bloat Games for their new SR, this is the coolest idea. They put the character sheet on the back of the book so you can just put it on and just print out to your heart's content.
Nice.
But Eric Bloat has just been super generous and kind.
Oh, he's a great guy.
And I thanked him. But my original players, they never got off the first floor. This group played for 5 months, survived with broken legs, broken arms, and I did not pull any punches. I don't fudge die rolls. I never have, never will. I rolled in the open for the critical rolls. We just played this last weekend. They managed to get down from 11 floors, falling apart, got to the sub-basement, met a mutated zombie that's basically
okay. Real quick, what is this game? I mean, the thing, for those of us who are... I don't know about the game. I don't know anything about it.
My apologies. I got excited.
It's the Survive This series that Bloat puts out. I've got the superheroes. I got the fantasy one.
So it's called. So the mechanic is called Survive This. So it's a plug and play system. So
is it a D20 based system? What is a D6, D100?
It's a D6. So it's right down the line.
Nice.
So it's basically BX with advantage and disadvantage thrown in. You do have some basic feats and skills, but not on the level like a D20 system. It's just enough to give a little flavor. Gotcha. But your characters are, in this version, this is the Stranger Things meets Stephen King version. That's the first one I ever played with, was Dark Places and Demogorgons. And it's actually based on an actual locale in Kentucky that is actually noted for cryptids. And I saw on the original maps they had an insane asylum. So I actually built the entire insane asylum I found the blueprints for it, one similar to it. And it had 600 rooms. It took me 6 months to fill out those 600 rooms. And I ran it, and it's plug and play. Uh-huh. But it's a great system. It's a lot of fun. And it's been my go-to to get the younger ones because it's they see that advantage and disadvantage, but they don't realize they're playing basically BX. And it's just I had a blast. And then the other one they have in their series, and I plan to do, as far as older grognards, is the 1950s version. So think of like the Blob.
Oh, I didn't know they had that.
Yes. So this one is great. And same thing. And so, they're just great production. But what I've been running, you told me, Don, I could brag a little bit. I finally got the 3.0 edition of Osric, and I love it.
Nice.
Nice.
Hold on. Holy shit! How fucking thick is that book?
That's just the GM guide. Here's the player's guide. I got all of
They
it.
broke it down now.
What do you got? A freaking Encyclopedia Britannica?
So
Are you
there's
joking
the
with
player's
me?
guide. That's the GM guide.
What is that? 700 pages, I bet, combined.
hold
Maybe
on.
more.
I have to get my glasses on me, so bear with me.
I'm not joking. That looks like 700 pages between the two.
The GM
How
guide,
in the
Game
hell?
Master's guide is 300 and if my eyesight doesn't fail me, 327 pages for the GM guide. And the nice thing, it is AD&D because under the Open Games license, finally, it's not just an SRD anymore. It has a whole section now on how to play Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Gee, you
It
think?
works
I would
perfectly.
think they'd have a section in there how to play every freaking system in there. Holy
And
cow!
it's indexed and it's gorgeous.
Chris,
It's just gorgeous.
I can
And,
just say one thing. Go ahead, Glenn.
I've got second edition. I'm trying to justify myself to get that. What's the difference?
because you can run, I've been running the Slate Pits of the Undercity City. I run Greyhawk. I've ran for 5 years. My players decided they wanted to go over to Pomage for 4 of those 5 years because of one action of one paladin that broke his alignment.
Wow.
Well, I
And it's
want to officially thank, by the way, real quick, James Michael Spahn. I thank you
Jim.
very much for not making me lay out something like that.
That's good.
What, are you the thing that gets me most is this is, and I'm not knocking it because it looks like an awesome game. And by the way, just from what I can see, it looks like it's quality bound and printed.
And that's what else I got in the backer kit.
Oh God, there's more.
Wow.
Oh, and it came with a GM screen too.
Oh gee, imagine that. But the thing that blows my mind about that is this is, as a game designer, okay, I'm like hyping out thinking that my open worlds role-playing game, I'm hitting like 200 pages of player's guide and 200 pages of GM. And I'm thinking 400 combined is a lot.
Well, in fairness, this took me a year to get because I was on the backer kit. So, bless my wife, she's a gamer. I'm lucky. God, I'm lucky. She's my blessing from God, believe it or not. Because the only thing she resents is that she told me years ago, "You are not to be a full-time Catalyst demo rep ever again." And then they reached out to me 3 weeks ago, and I said, "Okay, I'll do it again." So I'm in the doghouse again. But I ran BattleTech events for Catalyst Games Labs for about 8 years.
Okay, I've got the most curious question in my brain. You like Osric? You like 1E? What about my favorite, Hyperborea?
I want to play it. I have not gotten on my list.
Love that system.
It's on my to-do list right now. I have so many, and I have to thank Eric because your website really, yes, sir, it really was helpful when I was getting in the OSR to point me to Swords and Wizardry, Basic Fantasy, which I bought everything for Basic Fantasy and have yet to run it yet. I'm planning to run Space 1999, the role-playing game.
Oh wow!
It's a good system, but it's just a little crunchy.
I think it's needed really, because Space 1999 is such in the prop making genre where I'm also part of. Space 1999 is just as popular, if not more, as Star Trek and Star Wars, believe it or not. And I think what is really needed is a Space 1999 RPG that is just spot on, like they nailed it. But the problem is the IP holders are pricks.
Yeah, they made it allowed a really good game, but there's like all the adventures there's only like one, and then all the other ones are fan made, and there's some good PDFs out there. But
great stuff put out there, just like
but
Model Builder.
But it's of course. What I did with my younger group is I told them they wanted a sci-fi, and I said anything but Star Wars. I have the D6 system, but I said you got to try something different. So I can't do Logan's Run because that IP's locked down. So even if I want, so lo and behold, I saw Space 1999. And I told them we have to do a watch party. So I showed them the trailer to it, and they're like, "Oh my god, this looks so cool!" And they said, "When did this movie come out?" And I said, "It's not a movie; it's a television series." They're all 20-year-olds, and they're like, "I got to play this," and I'm like, "Okay, and you're gonna learn the rules too, right?"
The thing is Logan's Run is such. I mean, okay, I get the fact that people who are not into that don't get it, but Logan's Run, when you look at the core show, is so well done, and the story behind it. I mean, think about this: anybody turning 30, it's like game over. Your time is up.
Well, the book was 21. Remember, it's even harder.
Yes. But the thing is, it's just the whole theory behind the whole series. And they find out, and for those of you, I'm going to blow the ending of it, but if you haven't known the ending of it by now, you don't know it. But the ending of it, where they find the old man in the Library of Congress, of all fucking places.
Were you the only one as a kid wanted to see more of Washington D.C.? Like the movie just left you hanging as a kid?
Yeah.
I was like, show me more. I want to know what happened.
Yes. But the sad part about it is for anybody to think that they're ever going to get a license on that thing are just fantasizing.
I saw that Mark the Shark says, I think Swords and Wizards should get more love. Swords and Wizards, I love Swords and Wizardry. In fact, I created my whole world, and I inserted a salt tent into it, which is one of my items, which is my magic item that's all over the internet.
I just think that there's so much good stuff out there. It's like we're right now developing a role-playing game for Peaky Blinders. We actually got the license for it. And it blew my mind. And the funny thing is, you know how we got the license for Peaky Blinders? This is going to blow everybody's mind. I just wrote them an email and said, can I have the license? I'll give you guys 5%. And they came back and said, the IP owner came back, and John said, no percentile needed. Just do it. Just do it justice.
Really?
Wow.
That's mind blowing.
That's my philosophy of, you know what? Don't be afraid to ask. Never think that I'm too small.
Well, I'm going to throw a little bit of information in too. Everybody looks at like Wenger, and they're like, "Wow, he's a little not walking the same path as everybody else," but he has some amazing art, cover art, full color plates in his work. And you know how he gets them? He reaches out to the artist and says, "Hey, I'd like to use your art." And sure, 9 out of 10 might say no, but 1 out of 10 will go, "Sure, use it for free." And that's how he gets the stuff.
But see, Eric, that's the thing about it, and that's the reason why I do what I do. Is it's just tenacity. Too many people, and my brother Mike is like this. If my brother Mike asks one person and he gets the word no, game over. It's done. He gives up on the idea. I'm the opposite. You know what? You tell me no problem. You can tell me no. I'll ask 50 more people, because if you ask 100 people, think about this.
You're playing the odds.
Exactly. But think about it even better yet is people go, well, what's the big deal? What's the chances of you getting a yes? What, 1 or 2%? Yeah, exactly. And I got no problem.
A girl out on a date. For everyone that says no, sooner or later you're going to get one that says yes.
Well, it's like my wife. You know, look at me. I mean, I'm going to brag about this shit. You know, I'm sorry, but I know everybody. And Eric is married to an awesome woman. Rach is. Glenn's married to an awesome woman. Chris, you are too. Steve, I'm getting Steve hooked up to an awesome woman one day, and Steve knows this. Don't worry, Steve. There's hope for you, my friend. I'm working for you. But I look at the woman that I nailed. Proverbial guys, don't go. I'm going generalized. But I look at my wife that I went ahead and was fortunate enough to land. You know what? A guy like me landing Tina, ain't no way in 1,000 fucking years I would ever be lucky enough to land a woman like that if I tried. And I just happened to do it.
You know, it's
and I look at Rach for Eric. It's like, damn, lucky man. We're all just lucky men.
Yeah,
Glenn, Becky. I mean, lucky men.
Yeah.
Glenn's like, yep.
She must be watching.
Oh no.
Becky's in the next room going.
Well, it's funny
better,
because
buddy.
Well, it's funny. I had the the thing where they took the tumor out of my brain in April, I could always say, it was brain fog. I don't know what I was talking about. No,
Blame it
no,
on the
you're
brain
fine.
tumor.
You're fine.
But you know
I
what?
got an excuse.
It is playing the odds, though, guys. And I give
Yeah.
this advice to younger creators all the time because there's and it's not being arrogant. It's like, how do I land these? It's simple. If I'm told no 55 times, I'm going to ask 57 times. If I'm told no 100 times, I'm asking 101. Because like Glenn said, you're playing the odds. And don't give up, guys. I'm not joking. And ladies and gentlemen, don't give up. Always push.
Yeah. Well, that's how it works, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know. So
I'm not a hustler like you are.
so
it's not being, but the thing is, it's not being a hustler. What it is it's sitting at the computer and putting together a prospectus. And what you do is you put a presentation together and you reach out to somebody and say, I have an idea. I'd like to use your IP. This is what I'm willing to do. You leave out the most important thing is people think this has to be a part of it. No, it's not. Don't make them an offer. Let them do that. What you do is you let them know what you're going to do with their IP, but make sure you let them know that you're going to respect it. You're going to keep the integrity of it. And that's the big thing with a lot of people like this. It's like when we did the project of nothing with Gil Gerard, I did a bunch of studio scale Thunder Fighters with Gil Gerard. And the idea was we were going to do resin Thunder Fighters. Gil Gerard was going to sign the nameplates of them. I've got one right up here. And the idea behind it was just putting out a high-end quality model. Gil's going to look at it and sign the nameplates on it. And Gil was going to get 25% of the take. That's as simple as it was. And we didn't come up at 25%. I was going to offer 50%. And he came back and he said, well, what am I going to get out of it? And I said, Mr. Gerard, you tell us, what do you want? He says, how's 25%? I was like, ha, 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 deal. And we sold like 250 of them. So we decided, well, we sold 249 initially. Let's make it a 250 count run limited edition. So we did that. And bam, it's like, damn, man, I've got something signed by Gil Gerard up there. My hero growing up. He was Buck Rogers, man. But that's the same thing with gaming and everything. It's like, Tim Kask. If you would have told me at 20 years old that one day I was going to do projects with Tim Kask, I would have said, there ain't no way in hell that man's going to even look at me. What I did was I reached out to him one day, said, Mr. Kask. And it's like Eric Tenkar. I mean, I never thought I'd be working with Eric Tenkar. I mean, I grew up idolizing Eric. I mean, God, when I was 5 years old, I'm bullshit.
I call bullshit.
I'm bullshit. Eric, when I was 5 years old, I looked up to you, man.
Yeah.
Trying to age you, Eric. Better watch it.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't want to put Eric too high on a pedestal, but in my players group, I tell them that if you want to know the OSR, you got to watch Eric.
Oh, thank
And
you.
the young kids, you know what? They're all in their 20s, early 30s, and I've probably steered about 25 to 30 of them to watch your stuff.
I really do appreciate that. I try to make my videos, especially about procedures, approachable. I don't want to hit people over the head. I want to give you working examples as why this works and why it takes a lot of the stress off the GM.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, Eric, but your channel, I am so glad, and we talked about this briefly, just kind of indirectly, and I'm doing the same thing now, is getting away from the drama.
Yep.
And centering on the gaming, centering on the players and the things that matter. And, no matter what, there's always going to be drama online because it's people online. But, I owe an apology. And I do. I owe an apology to a lot of people because, I got involved and enveloped in the drama of the bullshit, like with Ken Whitman and such. And what really matters here? What matters here is just what we're doing right now. There's 5 people on this screen. We're having fun. We're laughing. We got people in the chat. Nobody's being an asshole.
Yeah.
And we're all just having fun talking about gaming. And that's where the whole thing is. We're a table of players sitting here having fun.
Well, the interesting thing is I think our own perception of ourselves doesn't match the reality with a lot of the younger players.
Mhm.
Most of the younger players I bumped into, they're willing to try OSR and new SR products. Their thing is just don't gatekeep. Let me in. I'm burned out on 5.5 or 5th. I want to try something. And they look up to a lot of you guys. Every one of my players, they were like, you know what? Once they saw a one-sheet role-playing game, their mind was like split. Their skull split in half. My players, if they were in the chat, they would tell you the same thing. Shout out to Yavanna and Neo and all the rest of my players. They're all the oldest one is I think is 25.
Bless him.
God, that makes me feel old. I sit here and go the youngest, but then again, I look back and I think to myself, my youngest daughter, my baby is 20.
Mine is 29, and I have 2 grandbabies from her. And you want to talk about the? I'm 59, but she started off with, we were doing a hobby day called St. Crispin's Irregulars, and Anaheim's been going on for 25 years by the Knights of Columbus, and they started off as a simple thing that learned to paint models and turned into tabletop role playing and everything, and it's been going on for 25 years. My kid grew up at it, and now I'm passing on to my grandbabies.
Did you just utter the words paint models?
Paint models, yeah.
Oh, God bless you and whoever else said that. I'm sorry, but models is my side thing, is movie props and models and such. And
we have a guy in our group, and he won't probably want me to mention his name, but if he saw this, he just won an award for doing his 10,000th model.
Nice. Congrats to him.
He's been doing modeling since he was like 7 years old, and
modeling is a little bit of real quick. I want to say something real quick. Yavanna, welcome to the show. We just met you. Thank you for coming on. Please hit that like and subscribe.
Hey, Yavanna, nice to have you on.
Yep,
there's one of my young ones, Yavanna.
Oh, you know Yavanna.
Yes, she's one of my players. She just joined, so she's the other female player.
Yavanna,
she's 25.
Please.
And she's a sweetheart, and she's in one of my YouTube videos when we did a review of Zombies OSR.
Just don't judge us because of Chris. We try, honestly, Yavanna, okay?
Yeah.
But no,
seriously, set of players.
Yavanna, thank you for tuning in. By all means, Chris is top-notch guy. I can't talk high enough of Chris. Chris has always had my back. Chris, by the way, thank you very much.
You're not a problem.
You have been pushed to the limits, I imagine. Death Angel Channel says, "Whoa, he's 59. You look half my age." Martha Shark says, "We in the chat are paragons of virtue." Yes, we are. Real quick,
Yavanna, you're in chat. Tell them what you think of the OSR. Go ahead.
Please do. Eric just turns 50 at the end of this month.
No,
Eric,
59. I had to correct it. I had to correct it. 59.
I was just going with your bull.
I'm another old effer.
I was just going with your bullshit is all. You know what's crazy here? I literally am turning 59 in December. Eric is turning 59. Chris, you are 59?
Yeah, I'll be 60 in April.
Steve, how old are you?
54.
And Glenn, what are you, like 48?
I just turned in April 69.
69. Damn you young people. Real quick, Final Number says, "Evening, gents. How you doing? Welcome to the show." And Yavanna says, "Of course, I'm happy to be here. You are very welcome to be here, Yavanna."
Yep.
And Fogely says 59. What is it about the mid-50s? Is it like the sweet spot for us nice big studs here?
You know what I'm worried about?
Eric's eyebrows just went way up in the air when I mentioned the word studs. Eric's like, yeah, right.
I just went to my local senior center in Huntington Beach, California. Yes, that's where I reside. I'll just let it out.
I got my sisters out there.
Yeah, great senior center, gorgeous. Everybody's playing dominoes and cards. And if I'm going to go to a senior center, there better be eventually some role-playing game or tabletop game.
It is up to
So
you.
you get there, yeah.
Yep,
Then
it's
you
up
can
to you.
roll.
To
I'm already a member. And I walked into the game room and I went, if I see 10 more copies of Monopoly, my head's going to explode. I'm bet, if you like Monopoly,
Dan
that's
turns
fine.
42.
But no.
God, you young and 42. I met my wife at 41. Isn't that crazy? I've been with my wife 18 years, man. Can you believe that? I've been with that sexy broad for 18 years now.
I'll let her know you told
Ivana,
her
see, you're in
abroad.
chat, young.
Oh, she's in chat. She knows it. She
Ivana,
knows me.
Tell them what you think of the OSR. Just tell us what you think of the OSR.
Be honest.
Be honest. We can take it.
Be honest.
Trust me. Me and Eric has been through the whole Whitman Lanasa
Oh my
thing.
God, yeah,
We can take anything. Death Angel Shadow says, I'll be 54 next March, but I'm far too young to be a grandfather. No, you're not. No, you're not.
One day you'll just end up being a grandfather.
Yep.
Well, I got 2 of my 6 grandchildren
That's a
into
baby.
playing role-playing games, and I'm waiting for my great-grandson to be born later this year to get
Congratulations, Glenn.
great
Great-grandson?
great-grandson.
Wow.
Gage is going to be a father. My
Yay.
Wow.
first grandson.
They are breeding too young these days. They're supposed to wait till at least 50 before they do that now.
And they named him after me.
Wow, nice.
So-
Dan, the final arbiter, says, nice nurse, whatever.
Nurse
Robert Stanton says, hello, everybody. Robert, how you doing?
Hello, Robert.
By the way, gentlemen, sorry, I didn't use the word G word, so just I am really interested to know, though, what she thinks about the OSR. She's like not answering that question.
Yeah. She said she's typing slow.
Okay, we'll wait. for it.
Giovanna, just say, do you like the OSR or not? It's as simple as that. Remember, I hold the dice in my hand. No, I have a great group.
I will tell you something.
a lot
I
of
noticed
fun.
something, though, about the OSR, and I'm not trying to get all sappy here or anything, but I'm going to tell you something. Some of the most supportive people that I know have been our age, our OSR type age group. And, you know, it's nice to be able to, oh
There
boy,
you
here
go.
we go. Okay, we're getting it now here. Real
Put the
quick. I'll
comment
get this.
up.
Hold on, real quick. Nurse Year says, I feel like we're babies around here. And then the young lady says, OSR has been so fun. I'm actually enjoying so much, even more than D&D.
Well, D&D
She
is
means 5.5 when she says
Yeah.
that.
5.5. You know what? I noticed something, though, about that whenever I rarely can get younger people involved in older versions of D&D, when you expose them to it, it's like they go, I had no idea. They're like surprised. Like it's like, you mean I can die?
But that's the funny thing, Don. That I think it's a little unfair to say that people are just because they're playing OSR or new OSR, character's going to die. I ran this zombie game for 5 months, trying everything. I mean, I'm joking, but just the sheer numbers. My wife and them, when they scrambled the hotel, they were being swarmed by 60 zombies as they're peeling out of the parking lot. They died, and my wife, the tension at the table was so classic because I got down to the sub basement. I had charts for the elevators to fail, and one of them, if I rolled a 1, the elevator would actually catch fire and explode as it's going down.
That picture just makes me smile. Big old flaming box of hell going.
But one of the zombies, because Survive This has rules for creating your own creatures as well. So I did a hybrid between the Thing and zombies, how the virus works. So different zombies. So when you cut one up, it tries to reform. So I literally had the fingers crawling across the floor, like in a thing. And then the arms fused together and latched onto one of the players' arms. It was tearing their arm, trying to pull their arms out of their sockets.
We have a technical question that my wife can answer because my wife's an early childhood specialist. Tina, if you are watching this or listening to this, get away from sewing the bears for a moment. She's downstairs sewing. I have a gentleman on here wanting to know his granddaughter is turning 3. He's trying to decide how old can the child be before she can roll up her first D&D character. So, Tina, what in your professional opinion is the baseline age that you think a kid can learn the concepts behind D&D? I'll let her answer that one. I'm sure she'll have an opinion on that. But Mark Shark, okay. Dan, the final arbiter says, Mark Shark, my daughter's 2. You know what? In my personal opinion, I'll answer it. In my opinion, and that is, as long as the child understands like good and bad, can count to 6, you can get them in basic role playing with 6, which is probably what, 4 or 5 years old. Eric, what do you think?
Depends on the kid, but I mean, my niece wanted to play D&D when she was in kindergarten when I wrote Swords of Wizardry Light.
Yeah.
You can teach me to read 4 pages and then I can play D&D.
Yeah.
So it depends on the kid.
And I think also it depends also more importantly on the GM, because I can take a game and I can take basic D&D and make it so complicated it would challenge 5.5 players. Or I can take basic D&D and I can make it so dumbed down that a 5-6-year-old could probably play it, but that's the flexibility of the DM.
There is already an underdog RPG that I'll plug that's perfect for
What is it?
Player to get Hero Kids.
Hero
Kids.
Wait a minute.
It is made by a bunch of parents and
Hold on. It's called Hero Kids.
Hero Kids. It's an amazing system. Light. Look at it up, and it's very inexpensive, and it's geared for like 5 through age 8. But the funny thing is, it's fun for adults to play. I bought it and I started reading the rules, and it uses just simple 6-sided. It's just a D6 system.
I've seen those. They're good.
And it's called Hero Kids, and there's nothing offensive in it. There's no agenda on it. It's perfect for grandparents to sit down with their kids, and that's the first one I'm going to introduce my grandbabies to.
I just wrote this. I'll send you a copy of it. This is called Goblin Boys.
Mm-hmm.
And it was based off a game my daughter Sarah wanted to play one time about making goblins, little boy goblins. And it was kind of like an ode to her. And it's basically a D6 based game, and there's the entire rules. That's it. All of it. I emailed it to myself because I don't want to lose it. And it's based on goblins. You play a goblin character. I think that's just what it's all about is is the DM or is the person running the game, are they flexible enough to be able to understand that they're playing with people that they may need to change things on the fly and be quick on their feet?
What was your version of D&D that everybody started off with?
Me?
Yeah. Anybody?
It was with me. It was basically just basic D&D. It was 1977. My mom got it to me for Christmas. I didn't know what it was. I thought my mom bought it because she thought it was an art set, and I didn't know what the hell it was. I let my buddy Lance borrow it, and I'm not joking. It was like early in the week. I let him borrow it at school, and Friday he came to school. He's like, Don, that thing you gave me, that's a game. I was like, what do you mean a game? He's like, it's a game. You can be like a wizard and cast spells. And I was like, no way. He's like, fucking dude, we need to play this. I went to his house that night, spent the night. We were up all night and all the next day playing D&D, man.
Yeah, my first experience was with Holmes Edition.
Yep.
I started with the Holmes, the little blue book. I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
My mom let me buy it. I bought my first D20, didn't know how to use it. I remember on the playground in 6th grade, just rolling D20 and just using my imagination until the Satanic Panic came around and my mom threw it in the trash.
Oh, bummer. Eric makes a good point. And then Glenn, go ahead. I just want to read this. Eric says, the OSR is about the player. Modern games are about the character sheet. Different goals, different play experience. I agree
100%.
Eric.
100%.
Yep.
I start, as I told you before, I started late, like 22, 23, and I started with 1E. That's what they were playing. So that's what I started.
I started with 1E too.
That lasted maybe a year, and then we had to suffer through 3 to 4 years of Gamma World.
Oh, well.
Oh, don't knock Gamma World. Gamma World is the shit, man.
I love Gamma World now, but the way she ran it, I hated it. She was just a bad GM for it.
See, that's a bad part about D&D and other games, though, in general. If you have a shitty game master or DM, then you got a shitty experience, and it'll turn you onto the game.
Yeah, I didn't.
Wizard's wife just responded to my comment about
my wife.
Wizards said Chris just mentioned Hero Kids. It's an RPG for kids 4 to 10. So there you go. Hero Kids is for it's really it's just a neat game. It's fun. It's just a fun game.
Well, she makes a point though that some kids have a lot of fears,
That's
and you
true.
gotta be careful of that too, because a lot of kids, as an adult, I think, and that's another thing. I think as an adult, we have a bad habit of going, "Oh, come on, don't be a wimp." No, they're legitimate fears of these kids. I mean,
Yeah, well, Hero Kids, you don't die as a character for one. You just get knocked out.
That's like Paulie Kid's game,
Hey,
Stars
true.
and Sails. You don't die as a character. You can't die.
Yeah, and the premise is that the regular heroes have left the town on a quest, and the kids are watching the house. Whatever. So one of the adventures is they find that the town store has giant rats that have come up through the sewers. So it's up to the kids to take out the rats. It's little things like that.
All right. Me and my wife are going to have a chat here. My wife is like, Hero Kids looks like a good game. Also keep in mind the little one's attention span. My wife knows about Hero Kids. I don't know about Hero Kids. Eric, real quick, gentlemen, Mr. Tenkar does have to leave here in a few moments.
Sure.
Eric, thank you very much for blessing
Always.
us.
I'm heading over to Discord. So
Yep,
I do the weekly hangout there.
Eric, real
Eric,
quick,
keep
you
doing
got
what
you
you're
got
doing,
1 minute
Eric.
to talk. Real quick, I want you to tell everybody what is the Speakeasy.
The Speakeasy is on the Tavern's Discord server. It's a weekly hangout. Starts at 9, ends usually long after I've gone to sleep. But it's hanging out at your local pub. Do we talk gaming? Sometimes. Do we talk bizarre shit?
I've been in there. They talk
Every
bizarre
time.
shit.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Well-
But it's a good way to relax and hang out with other geeks and nerds and gamers. And
Well, real
That's
quick,
great.
starting next week, we're going to lay the Speakeasy link down below. Eric, I believe anybody who's not an asshole is invited.
exactly, yes.
Okay. We'll start putting a
Well-
link down below in our chat when we don't have other links to do. Eric, thank you very much for coming in tonight, and I'll message
Always.
you off tomorrow. When we
They
talk
talk about I'm surprised we haven't got on food yet.
Oh,
That's
all right,
weird.
I'm out of here.
Okay, what's
Bye, Eric.
what?
We
Talk
can
to you
do
later.
food the next time.
Yep. Nirvana, real quick, the young lady says, our last session was insane. I really did not think we would survive the game. Okay, what happened? Did you try to kill off the youngins? God, I'm 58 years old, and I don't think
I
I'm
do
young.
not
I think of
pull
myself as
punches with
12
them.
years old still.
The irony is, my older players, my more experienced players, couldn't get off the first floor. Played 3 sessions, and every single one of them died. In fact, my one player who's learning challenge, she's on the spectrum. Her thing is chocolate and kittens, and yet when she played that game, she was the one that grabbed the shower curtain and she started. We were all like, you know how role playing can bring out the other personality, because she's like the most gentlest. The person is, there's a butterfly on the ground, she'll walk around it. That type. She was like, "Give me the fucking fire! Give me that
I
fucking
love the kid.
shower
I love the
curtain
kid
rod."
already,
She's
man.
taking a shower curtain rod and she's jabbing
I
zombies.
love it, man.
And the thing is, in this game, one of the alternate things of that
Wow.
game, I'll plug it, is when you die, you can convert for the rest of that session into a zombie you play. So what happened is they got cannibalized in the stairwell. The entire
That's
party
freaking cool,
cannibalized
man.
each other. So they never made it past the first floor. This group,
Nice.
they didn't get analysis paralysis. They did explore, but they stayed on a goal. And I had to be fair to me a little bit. My die rolls were just awful. I was rolling 2s, 3s, 4s, 6, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s. So, but that's
real
the way.
quick. Would people like to see? And I'm not trying to. I'm very proud of it. Would people like to see kind of a sneak preview of the new Wizard Tower publishing website?
Sure, that would be cool.
No, I'm not trying to bull. Are people really interested in seeing it? So I'll give you guys.
100%.
Okay, let me real quickly show you guys this thing.
Okay.
I'm actually pretty proud of it, and I really would like to know your guys' honest opinion of it. No bullshit. Okay?
No bullshit.
No bullshit.
We said it was beautiful.
No bullshit. No bullshit. real quick. Let me real
Bullshit.
quickly show you
Oh,
guys.
it's bullshit.
Shit, let me
Bullshit
show you.
right now.
Leave me alone. Quit picking on me. Okay, real quick. Hold on a minute. All right. This is the Wizard Tower Publishing website. To kind of give you guys, as you scroll down through it, we give a little bit of basic info about us. We talk about Zonk, and when you click on it, it goes
There's
more into detail what Zonk looks like. Okay.
Aren't you making a actual tabletop role playing game based on Zonk as
Yes,
well?
we are. And then these are some common questions we get into. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to have a flow to the page. Okay. And then as you go up, and I don't have to click up, but Marketplace will be our online store. But then you go to services. We have POD printing. Yes, we're offering print on demand printing, people. We're going to offer saddle stitch and staple bind, perfect binding, case binding, spiral, wire, business cards, bookmarks, and posters.
bookmarks. Whoa.
Yes,
I
exactly.
need some.
Yes, we're going to be offering book publishing. Yes, we're going to charge for book publishing. We're going to offer packages here. The idea is we are going to pick up certain books on our own without charging if we're going to represent the book. But we run into a lot of people that just say, "Listen, I don't want you guys' freaking name on my book. I want you guys to cover my book." So all of our stuff is out front, and basically we're not hiding nothing. Our pricing is out front.
Looks good.
Thank you. And then also we're advertising My Friend Spot, which is our social media website, which is we don't track you, we don't sell your data, we don't do anything. So My Friend Spot. And then also Kids Book Publishing, which is again for children's books, which is unique. We have Game Publishing, which is not done yet, but we have Author Services. Author Services are basically book covers, websites, editing, book layout, color artwork, online exposure, which is basically we'll get you on some interview, on some vlogs, black and white artwork, advertising, which is business, which is a pack. You get business cards, bookmarks, posters, a vinyl banner, and stickers. Copyright registration, T-shirts, video advertisements, and then we have our portfolio. We have our featured authors, and I'm going to use Glenn as the cherry pop. When you click on this, is monthly, by the way. Every month we're going to feature new authors, and when you click on it like this will be Glenn. This talks about Glenn's book. You can go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble and buy his book. And then if Glenn has any other books, he can, but this goes back down to the packages. And then we have our book cover portfolio. These are some book covers we've done in the past. And all this is going to be live tonight or tomorrow, excuse me. Services, excuse me, portfolio, my apologies. Game design, some of the game designs we've done for us and other people, lots of them. And then miscellaneous designs, just miscellaneous stuff. And then we're going to have a blog. And then we got the rabbit hole. Now, the rabbit hole are things like we're going to offer training. And what training is basically online video training. You're going to learn about how to file a copyright yourself, what is an ISBN, how to properly register your ISBN, that type of thing. Our news. We're going to talk about things happening in our again, transparency. Free downloads. We're going to go ahead and we're going to have where you can basically download AD&D player character record sheets, Gangbusters, Star Frontiers, tons of different RPG free stuff you can download. A couple of OSR RPGs we developed for free stuff for you if you want it, basically. And then also we're going to have this. If you have an order with us and you're going, damn it, what's the status of my order? You're going to be able to click on this, and it's simple: name, your email, and your order number or whatever message, and we're going to be able to click on it, and we're going to be able to check on it for you. The reason why we're saying July 23rd is because the way the system is going to work is when you type in your order number, it's going to go into our back-end order system. It's going to check, and it's going to send you an automated update. Is it in process? Has it been shipped? If it's been shipped, where is it at? tracking and all that. And then our contact page, which is basically contact, Facebook, YouTube, and that's pretty much all the good stuff. I mean, you know,
You've done a lot of work on
I
that.
like it.
Look
we've
great.
done a lot of work on it, and
You should be proud of it, Don. That's a
you know,
lot
I'll
of
tell you
work.
something. This has been a long time coming, and Steve knows about this, but we're going back to the way we did it at Two Moon Press, my old publishing company, where if we don't pick up your book and we're not going to represent your book, a lot of people don't want that. A lot of people just say, "Listen, I just want you to set my book up, and I'll handle the rest."
Right.
That's what we're targeting. Is listen, you know, a lot of people also like the small stuff. Like they're going, "Listen, I have everything I need. I just need a book cover, or I just need my book laid out, or something like that." Like Glenn, you know, really theoretically, Glenn could have done most of this himself. Really, all Glenn needed was an edit, a layout, and a cover. And we could have hooked you up. Yeah. But also what we're doing is we're offering people something that's a little bit more unique. And no other publisher does this. And that is we're offering a package here where we're going to do your layout, edit, cover, ISBN, and all that. But also we're going to hook you up where you're on Barnes & Noble and Amazon. You get all of the royalty. Why pay us a royalty? Where Chris can come in with his book or his game, and Chris can get all set up, and every month that royalty comes into his bank account. He collects 100% of it. That's what we're targeting, is we're trying to get people where we're going to help you where you're kind of like on your own, but we're going to offer you that back-end support. So if you have a problem, let us know. We'll take care of it for you. You know, all that kind of stuff, that author support that a lot of publishers lack. So we're just trying to do something a little bit different. Steve was there with Two Moon Press in the very beginning. You know, Steve remembered me. I mean, Steve will tell you, back when I started off with, no joke, upstairs, a one room, there was a desk, me.
A super comfy chair.
Okay, yeah, super comfy chair. And that was it. And then we moved downstairs. And then we moved from downstairs, we took downstairs and we put new carpeting, we remodeled it. And then Steve remembers the big move. We moved downtown. And when I sold my company, you know, I'm proud to say we had 9 full-time women working for me. 9. We had 14 contractors working for me. And we stocked every single book we sold. We stocked in the back room where when it's sold, we could ship it immediately. And, you know, Steve remembers people like Kate. Remember Kate, Steve? Oh, come on, Steve. Steve, you like Kate. And she was a dear. She was a darling. And like remember, Steve remembers this, every Friday at 12 noon, every Friday, I call it liquid lunch. We would walk 2 doors down to the Copper Bar. I bought everybody a beer and hot dogs and fries. And after we ate lunch, go home with pay. You got paid till 5 o'clock on me, my dime. That was part of one of the things that I did for my employees, because it was just a thank you for me to you. You guys knocked it out of the ballpark this week. You don't owe me jack shit. I owe you. And that was my attitude with it. And, you know, things like that. And, you know, they paid me back in spades, right, Steve? No joke. They got me a freaking titty birthday cake. You know, no joke. It was like, happy birthday. I was like, oh, wow, you guys got me a cake. Thank you. Open the box, and box like, whoa, is that what I think it is? And Abby goes, I modeled it. Steve remembers Abby. Remember that? Remember Abby? This woman had no shame in her game. They were great women, though. I tell you what, I really, and Steve knows this too, is I really feel so bad for selling my publishing company. I never should have. Because they were really good women who worked for me. And, you know, I had them across the spectrum. You know, 2 of the women that worked for me were lesbians. In fact, Janice, who was like 68, she was a lesbian. her girlfriend worked for the newspaper as the lead editor. So we got all kinds of great press. We were all the time in the newspaper. Um, you know, Kate, who came to work for me from the local community college, she came to work for me through the community college through a school to work program. So she started off as basically just kind of like a volunteer. I hired her. She was a great cover designer and such. Then I hired this buffoon down below me. This guy, God, what a loathsome freaking bum he was. Didn't do nothing for me, man. Not at all, right, Steve? No, this guy down below. I'll tell you something. This guy down below me was my rock, my pillar. He still is. Good friend of mine, 20 years almost.
So I want to pose a question that was on another channel
Sure.
the other day.
Go
I was
ahead.
watching Jeff McAleer from the Gaming Gang.
Yeah.
His question, I think, would be good to ask us. Has the market too many role-playing games out now?
That's a good question.
Can you ever have too many role-playing games? Has the OSR, the new SR, and main mates is just regurgitating? Or do you think that the answer was on his channel was yes?
To me,
I thought, but is the OSR, when it comes to BX systems, has it reached its limit?
okay,
Or is the new SR the new way of going? Or
I'll
just in general?
I'll throw out my first, and Glenn, by all means, I want everybody's opinion here because this is a best fucking question in the world to ask to end the video with. This is my opinion. My answer is yes. It is too saturated in the sense of if you're going to go off of it is a D20 based goblins, monsters, and magic following D&D's footsteps. Yes, we are too saturated. It is too much. But in my opinion, there's also a lot of people out there who are very innovative and say, you know what? We don't need to have everything be Gary. Excuse me for Gary Gygax. I'll make people mad. But we don't have to kiss Gary Gygax's ring and do it just like he did it to make it a good game. Glenn, what is your opinion?
I'm up there. It's mine's kind of weird. It's like there's never enough for new role-playing games to be brought out. But at the same time, I'm not going to be buying it because I got way too many games right now. But I want to support them. But
are you saying real quick that just because you make it, I don't have to buy it?
Yeah.
Bingo. I agree.
I mean, I want to support them. That's the thing. I want to support them, but some other way, like doing these and promoting it, or reviewing.
That makes sense. My problem is I'm still too new to being out of the Pandora's box. Is that every time watching the Table Gang or you guys, every time I watch, I'm going, I am not buying one more damn game, and then I see something, I'm like, oh, son of a.
But the thing is, guys, go ahead, Glenn. Go ahead.
No, you know what the thing about me is? It's like, yeah, go ahead. I'm not going to buy it, and I got my day games up. But if somebody comes out with a new edition of a game I already have, that's when I get angry.
Well,
it's like, I got to buy this again?
Because people don't have imagination. I ran this with publishing. You'd have people like there'd be like a movie like Twilight come out. Okay. In fact, it was Twilight that came out. Okay, Twilight comes out, it becomes a boom. What happened as a publisher? I got all kinds of people coming to me going, guess what? I got this great idea. My family loves it. It's about two vampires who fall in love, but mine's not the same as Twilight. Yes, it is. It's about, and I think this is just human nature, is what people do is they see something popular and they love it. Like me, I love Cloud Atlas, the movie. I could make a role-playing game based off that game in my mind that would blow people's mind, but I don't do it. Why? Because it's bullshit to do.
I just bumped on a guy in a forum, and I don't know how feasible it is. He's like, you know what? I want to do something just really weird. And I said, well, what do you want? I want to do a Smokey and the Bandit RPG. And That would be hilarious. It would only be a one shot, obviously,
It
but
would be a one shot.
James,
it would probably be fun as
Yeah.
hell.
I remember James spotted at North Texas one year. I says, I got an idea. And he said, what? He says, combine Star Wars, only it's on a Dagobah type planet, and it's the Dukes of Hazzard. And he said, why did you put that in my head? Now I got to think about it. I'm not going to make it.
There's good old boy.
But they're riding on tauntauns.
No, they're riding on those scooters that Luke had. Yeah, Tauntauns too. That'd be great.
Daisy's got some nice titties. She
But-
does.
Oh, it's
Before you end, Don, I do want to take one liberty. I appreciate that you're letting people see the tag for my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I just really appreciate. Right now, I'm only at like 40 subscribers. And I'm grateful for that.
Subscribe. The link's down below. No excuses, folks. Click it. Link it.
And
Subscribe it.
it is still in its relaunch, so I'm learning how to do a YouTube channel, but my heart's all in it. And it's things and stuff, and that's the title explains it.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you'll see
Okay.
about gaming.
Tell
and sometimes
And we'll end the video on this. Chris, you have the last tale of the night. It is now 20 after going on. Tell us in a nutshell. You got 1 minute to say it. Why is your YouTube channel special?
why is it
And
special?
don't say it's not. It is. Why?
It's special because it's things and stuff. We all have things and stuff we want to do. And
That's
it's about
right.
all the things that I enjoy before I leave this planet someday that I want to do, be it role-playing games, board games, going to museums, grabbing a burger at a unique place, getting ideas from other viewers. And that's what it's all about. And it's also about making bridges between the younger generation and us old grognards. You know,
Yep.
that's what it's about.
Young grognards. Young grognards.
That's the whole point.
Well, Chris, thank you very much for coming on tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you for letting me
I
join.
mean, this
been
really
fun.
has turned into a really fun video tonight. Thank you to everybody for coming on. You know, again, Chris, I can't thank you enough. I know that you're a busy guy. I understand that it's early on a Thursday night for you, and you're wasting your time with us.
It's not a waste. It's not
So,
a waste. And I want to thank my young players for coming in chat.
Yes,
I want to
thank
give
you
a
very
shout
much.
out to my players.
Nirvana.
You are welcome in the OSR and the new SR. Us
Yeah.
old grognards want you young players. And that's how I want to end my part of this portion of the video.
Yeah.
You're invited to the OSR. There's no gatekeeping
Absolutely.
by us, at least not by my friends. You're
You know
welcome
what?
in the meeting.
Anybody who says that they're all for gaming, okay? Anybody. And they put limits on but, and they use the but, they're not really for gaming. It's like, I think her name was Nirvana 5164. She went by. You know what? Just from the little bit I've seen of her, she seems like an awesome young lady. You got a home run with her, and she's welcome to come in here anytime. In fact, if she wants to come on the show, I'd love to have her on the show and talk
Yeah.
about
Shout
what
out
is
to
the
her.
young person's perspective about
Yes.
this game.
She's actually in one of my videos. My 3 of my players are in my video that we did a review of Low Game Zombies. So if you're
Gotcha.
interested in seeing a younger generation give their opinion about the OSR, watch that video.
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody in chat, thank you for coming on. Without the chat, we're kind of nothing really because we kind of go off of your guys'
Yes,
energy.
thanks, chat. Thanks for everybody's comments.
But Glenn, Steve, thank you for coming on tonight. Thank
No
you
problem.
for giving us your time too. And again, Chris, thank you very much. Down below is Chris's YouTube channel called Things and Stuff 4620. Go ahead and just click on the link if you can down below and just subscribe to his channel. It takes you just 5 seconds and you help Chris out a lot, man. So, Chris, thank you very much again. Much
I
appreciated,
enjoyed
my
it.
friend.
Thank
And
you so much. I'm honored. Really,
we
truly.
will be back on Glenn, I believe Tuesday.
I believe Tuesday afternoon. Yes.
Yep. And to Glenn and Steve, I was going to talk to you guys about this, but I'm going to say this out in public. I would like to start doing a couple of recorded videos per week.
Okay.
We could just talk about a subject or whatnot, and everything. And Chris, if you want to get involved, hey, we'll drag you into the mix. So
Don't forget Mini Wars. Help
Mini-
people on.
that's right, Mini Wars.
Wars 2026 at Cal State Fullerton in October.
October.
And just-
In October
we need
what?
gems. We need RPG, OSR gems in the evening.
Isn't it October 10th and 11th?
Yes. So,
Okay.
and they can go, they just hit the link and it'll take them how to sign up. And we need volunteers. We need people for the front desk. We need people to, last year we had 4 people that were supposed to help out the front desk, and 3 of them got sick. And the president of the HMGS had to spend the whole time not gaming, doing the ticket booth. So, yes, it's a small con. We just want to grow, get the OSR out to the West Coast.
And also for anybody tonight,
Oh,
when you're
wow.
done with the video here, if you want to kill a little bit of time, have a good time, head over to Discord, go to Eric 10 Cars Tavern. You're looking for the speakeasy. I'm not joking when I say this.
And it's lively.
It could be, it's lively as hell, and it could run till 2 o'clock in the morning. It just depends.
Mhm.
So if you want something to do tonight, head over again. Discord, 10 Cars Tavern. You're looking for the speakeasy. And again, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We will see you
Thank you.
guys next
It was fun.
Thursday. Chris, thank you very much. Buy Glenn's book.
Buy my book off
Buy
of
your book, Glenn.
off the Wizards Tower website up tomorrow.
That's right. So
It'll be
thanks,
ordered.
guys.
I need a
and
book
we
to
will-
read, so I'll be buying it.
We'll
Oh,
catch you
thank
guys
you.
later.
You come if you go to WizardCon, I'll sign it for you.
WizardCon.
Yeah.
Guys later.
All right.